On. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Baku for the finale of Season 5 here in 7th Gear Racing. Tonight we have a championship decider for you, but before we get into the nitty gritty, let me introduce my partner in crime for tonight, and that tonight is Lyons. How are you, sir?
I'm brilliant, I'm excited for a nice championship showdown. Great track to do it on, very technical track. I think we're in for a very exciting race.
So then, my second question to you. If you're a betting man, who's your money on? Kyran or Alros?
It's hard to tell, especially with such a dynamic track like Baku, but just from the races I've been watching, Kyran, his racecraft is it's impeccable, it's unbeatable. Some of his moves have been just unreal, have been out of this world. Alros as well, a very strong driver, especially a very strong driver playing catch up. Every time he's behind, he does not hesitate to close that gap. But just safety-wise, I'm going to have to put my money on Kyran for this one.
That, I guess, would be the sensible money. If you're a better man. Apparently your mic is lagging. Do you want to exit the party and come back in?
Sure.
You're fine on my end, but... Alright, I'll Lions gets reacquainted with the party. We will ride on board here with Origin Finn, who is out there. There we go. Alright, hopefully we're fixed now. So Alros will actually be the first man to cross the line to start a lap. So Mr. Eager Beaver out there looking to put the benchmark down early in his Red Bull. Yep. And do you know what? I wonder if there's a bit of rain, because there's only 4 people in the pits. Everyone's coming out extremely early. Either that, or they're all going to go for 3 fast runs. Yep, of course it's a traditional one-stop around here as well. Even onto the soft to the medium. These guys, even though the game recommends a medium to hard or a soft to hard, a soft to medium is very doable around here. And of course, there will be... It's Baku, so there's going to be at least one safety car tonight. So we'll see how that comes into play with strategy and where drivers are, because... it's going to be nerve-wracking for the 2 guys fighting for this title. Yeah. He is using a lot of curb. One may say too much, considering how much the curbs can end your day. Exactly, and that is, look at that, millimeters from the wall. That is beautiful driving from Alros. Took the words right out of my mouth. Here we go then, through. Yep. 20 corners in total around Baku. He is navigated through all of them. The DRS flap is open, and he sets a... when he crosses the line, 139.7. Yep, the overall pole record here was set by Rudian on the previous game, which was a 137.3. As per gamer, look at that, half a second, and Finley goes into second as well. And look, the times are tumbling down, so in retrospect, it looks like the time by Alros wasn't a great one. As look at that rain, 39.0. We're definitely going to get into the 38s. What about Mr. Owen, aka Fury Knights? What is he going to do? A 39.2. And look at that, I've just noticed. And if you look at the leaderboard, Rain is on medium tyres. Even more impressive. Yeah. But then, if you can get in the top 5 on mediums, why not stay on them and then do the last stint on softs while everyone's on the mediums? But again, yep, Rain already has 3 poles to his name this season, going for a 4th, which will put him level with Elite Risk on 4 poles each. I have to say that looked a bit untidy from Kyran there. He's got traffic ahead of him as well. I wonder if it's going to get in the way. Looks like Pack Bussy gets out of the way. He might do, actually. He's behind that Alpha Tauri, and he is going to pick up that toe, isn't he? Look at that. The Alpha Tauri is playing a good game here as an Elite Risk of 38.5. Look at that. Fantastic. And Kyran goes right for the slipstream. Look at that. What's he do? He's 3rd. 3 tenths off, and look at that. Alros now, after what seemed like a decent lap, is now out of the top 10 in 11th. Yep, and Firmsy? Yeah, he's up there in 2nd place. He was doing very well on his debut last week until his little incident under the safety car. He's another one to watch out for tonight. Another one who could put a cat amongst the pigeons. %, and one of those men, of course, is Vegeta, who I am currently on board with. He is about to cross the line. Doesn't look like he's going to trouble the top, but 39.3, so up into 8th position for Vegeta. Vegeta has won 2 races this season, so don't count him out. Finley up in 9th there, who's got a chance of winning the Tier 2 title tomorrow. So we've got a championship showdown tonight and tomorrow, both in Tier 1 and Tier 2. Yeah, definitely. What about Matt Veg then? What can he do? A recent addition to the 7GR roster, who also drives in our esports team. Let's see what kind of lap he can do. He tries to get a switch off at McLaren, but McLaren not playing ball by the looks of it. Can Matt put himself... Oh, look at that. 9th position is not bad. So look at that. Alros down in 14th, but he is already on his out lap, so he's about to start his 2nd flying lap. He does. So he's on the out lap on my screen. Is he doing a fast lap? Yeah. Okay. Did you include your audio in the pod? Hopefully the guys can hear you now. Either yeah. Well, when it comes to Baku, I'm just happy not to hit the wall. So. Oh. They're currently on board with Alros as he navigates the final sector. Actually, technically, we're still in sector 2, aren't we? We're in sector 2 until we get to that downhill left-hander. How we can navigate this tricky. How much curb will he take? None on that one. So it looks so slow, but yet it's so fast. Yeah. Let's see if Alros No, he drifts to the right. He doesn't stay to the left, and he goes full for 38.9. So he's improved by a good 6 tenths? No, 8 tenths of a second now. So good lap from Alros. Okay. Well, sorry that you can't hear Lions. He's obviously something that's going on. But, hopefully this time will be the way it works. Yeah, third time's a charm. Right now, as we follow out Mr. F1 Jelly. Yep. Apparently they still can't hear you, so what I will do is I will start a new party and invite you to it, okay? Right, oh, Rain goes on pole. Look at that, 38.1. You're saying about the soft tyres. I know no one can hear you, but wow. That's 4 tenths quicker. That's an amazing lap, almost in the 37s. Yep, and on that note, I will be back in 2 seconds. Right. 4th time lucky.
Hopefully. Plus, I might have to go for a cheeky restart when we jump in between qualifying and the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, 138.1 from HSO Rain. That is a spectacular lap. It's hard to ask for more.
That was. There we go. You're back in. Woo-hoo!
There we go. I know he's on.
Can you say everything
Thank
you said before all over again? Alright. I think Rain just wants to hear you say how much of a good lap that was.
Yeah, no, Rain, it was a spectacular lap. But 138.1, I mean, I'm happy with my own personal best of like a 140 or 141, so 138.1 is unbelievable.
Here comes Vegeta then. 3 tenths up on his previous best. If he keeps it up, he'll be well up into the... He'll be trouble in the top 5 behind Alros.
Now, I've been just keeping an eye on the...
Look at that.
I've been keeping an eye on the top
speeds. The 2
speeds.
championship contenders.
Oh, that's Vegeta, isn't that? He's going to be the ace in the hole for one of them to see... It's going to be the... I think that's what it's going to come down to. The drivers in between our 2 championship contenders are going to decide the battle here.
Yeah.
But I've been keeping an eye on the top speeds, and the average for one has been around 321 kilometers an hour. But Vegeta was actually hitting near the 330, so he might be running less downforce here to get that speed up that very, very long back straight.
And how does that translate into miles per hour?
Oh, I don't know. That's faster than the others, let's just say that.
Let's have a look. Anyone on the fast lap that I can compare it to? Phantom, it's set a lap. Engine Finn. Don't think anyone's coming down. Slinky Rhino, is he on a fast one? I think so. So he's 100. He's on 195 right now. 98, 200.
He's 325 for me, 326. So he looks to be running the lower
205 is his max. Yeah. And Rain on another outlap then. Getting him.
That's also, it's an interesting decision for your setup as well, because obviously it's a street circuit. You have these very tight and very like tough corners, but with Baku you have kind of a mix where you have like these long straights, and especially that pit straight slash back straight. That's a massive stretch of straight track. So
Yeah.
you have to kind of, it's almost, you almost don't run a street circuit setup. You almost have to kind of, you'd almost run I'd run something similar to a Silverstone setup. You still need that kind of downforce for those technical corners, but you need to save a lot of the setup for just those flat out sections.
And of course, the lower downforce you run, the harder it is on your tyres.
It is as well.
And of course, tight circuit like this, you know, any loss of downforce could, especially in race trim, could be quite hard to recover. It's okay in qualifying when you're going for the one lappers, if you want to be a one lap hero, but over the distance of a race, we'll have to see how that impacts you. As we ride on board with Pro Gamer, someone who was very much in the mix in Season 4, someone who we thought that in Season 5 could have actually troubled the leaderboard, but at the moment, not really, as he he lost a couple of attempts in the final sector there, so he doesn't improve on his time. What about Elite Risk?
Elite Risk is also back out. That's as well. Elite Risk has been, especially in these last few races, has been huge. The laps he's putting in, his racecraft has been nothing short of like just spectacular.
Yeah, there's been a lot of. Pole has been shared around quite a lot this season. Elite Risk currently sitting on 4 poles, Rain on 3, and then you've got Alros, Kyran, Vegeta, and Arulian all sitting on 1 pole position each.
Kyran and Alros still very close to each other on the timesheets, but Kyran coming back out for another attempt as well. Alros should be still out. Alros is out as well on a hot lap.
He is. He's gone. Oh my goodness! According to my screen, he's almost 7 tenths up.
Oh wow!
That would put him in second place as it stands. It's a lot of time to make up.
He loses the rear, but that's.
You can see how hard he's pushing, trying to get that provisional pole.
He really needs it. I think is he throwing away the lap? I think he's throwing away the lap.
I think in a track like Baku in lap 1, you want to be as far up the field as you can, because you just know there's going to be some kind of incident somewhere, and if you're in that middle pack, then potentially you're going to get held up and get caught up in that incident. So you want to be as far forward as possible, like Monaco. But of course, in the race trim, it's a lot easier to overtake here than it is in Monaco.
Of course, the conga line of Monaco. Don't want to get caught up in that.
It is. So Vegeta has done his lap. He'll be starting at a maximum of 5th. What about Arrowson as he comes through to finish sector 2? Oh no, he's had a big accident. He's 5 seconds down.
I think he abandoned the lap after that slip. He seemed to come off the accelerator a bit on the next corner.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As Rain, just misses out by 9 thousandths of a second. From going into the 37s, that would have been an incredible lap. Who's next to cross the finishing line then? There's lots of people. It's hard to.
It's like every time HS or Rain puts in a lap, it's like that's brilliant, and he hears us like, hold my beer, I've got more left in the tank.
Oh, here comes Fitzy, and got a bit of a slipstream. What can he do? He stays in 11th. Who is next? It looks like it's a Mercedes. Would that be Fermi? It is, but he has aborted his lap. What about, is that Kyran? Oh, let's have a look at Kyran. Oh no, he's abandoned as well.
I think Kyran realised that he doesn't have to push as much. I think Kyran realised he has the upper hand here.
Look at that.
Be
drivers are improving their time.
Alros.
Yep, drivers are improving their time, and Alros, 9th position. Exactly where he didn't want to be, right in the middle of the pack, right in the danger zone.
But as well, Kyran isn't out of the woods as well. You know, all the boys up front, they're going to be very aggressive on those opening corners, wanting to try, gain track position. So he's going to have to be very twitchy on the brakes and just be careful of the surroundings, just like Alros in the middle of the pack there.
Yep. And just a quick mention to Poggi Porter. I know he's obviously last at the moment, but this race sees him beat the current record for 7GR race starts. This is his 64th race start currently breaking the previous record of I've forgotten his bloody name.
He broken the record anyway,
He's broken the record.
The guy doesn't have the record anymore. We don't need to remember the name. He's not important anymore. It's grand.
He's insignificant. Dear me. Oh, that's a different view. I haven't seen that one before. Dylan. It was Dylan.
There you go. I'm sure he's
I had to get there.
Discord.
Right then, Lions, would you please run us down the qualifying order?
Of course. So first we have HSO Rain in pole position with a 138.9. Then we have Firmsy P2, Elite Risks P3, Kyran, our championship leader, in P4, Matt in P5, Vegeta P6, Finley P7, Pac Bussy P8, Alros, our second championship contender, P9, Owen in P10, Gorniak P11, Joel P12, Pro Gamer P13, Jake P14, Fitzy P15, Slinky P16, Phantom P17, F1 Jelly P18, Origin Finn P19, and Podgy Porter in P20.
Excellent, well done. Just got it in
Just catch me breath there.
Yeah, take a breath. Oh, right then, so it's advantage Kyran in the battle for the Season 5 Championship in Tier 1.
Now, just like any other brilliant championship battle, there are several scenarios for the win here.
Of course.
So obviously Kyran has the upper hand right now. Kyran's scenarios are if he comes first, outright win for him. If he gets P2 and Alros gets P1, but with no fastest lap, he wins. Kyran P3, Alros P2, and vice versa. Kyran just needs to stay ahead and deny Alros that fastest lap. Now, if Alros needs to win, he needs to get P1 with the fastest lap and Kyran P2. P2 with Kyran being P5 with no fastest lap, and it goes down like that. So I think Alros, he could have had a better qualifying. He's definitely on the back foot here, but as I said earlier, his brilliant racecraft comes from him charging from the back. So I think if he can get past those cars in between right off the get-go, I think he's in for a very strong race, and I think he can put Kyran under a bit of pressure here.
Definitely. But bottom line, if Kyran finishes ahead of Alros, Kyran is your two-time 7-yard champion. Alros, with the mountain to climb, it is only 7 points. But in a race like this, if Alros wins and gets fastest lap, and Kyran finishes second, then it'll come down. I believe Kyran will then win on amount of race victories. So if Alros wins and gets the fastest lap, he has to hope that Kyran finishes third. So
now this is all being said with a perfect race scenario, but we are in Baku. We do have a full grid. We have a lot of eager drivers, so we'll see. We'll see how many safety cars we finish with. But there's a lot of variables in this. It's so tough to call. Obviously, I'm gonna stick to my decision saying Kyran, but it really is anybody's game, just statistics wise. Like, you never know what's going to happen, especially in that middle field.
Yeah, so it looks like we've got a fair few of you watching tonight then. For those of you engaging in the chat, who's your bet on? Who do you think is going to win the championship, Kyran or Alros? Let us know in the comments below.
In the comments below, drop a subscription.
Make sure you leave a like and subscribe.
God.
Oh, dear me. Right, let's have a quick look, see if Jake has put the ready up time. We are readying up at 21:05. Less than a minute. Oh,
we have a lot of starters on the mediums outside of our top 10. Including, we have F1 Jelly as well starting on the hards. Interesting decision.
That is definitely interesting. So, yeah, top 10 obviously on softs, and everyone outside the top 10. Oh, look, no, saying that. Slinky Rhino on softs, Podgy Porter on softs. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I am very much looking forward to this. I have to say, hards is definitely, I don't want to say it's the wrong decision, but it's definitely the most boldest decision.
It's what I'd break. If I was in that situation, I was starting on hards, that would be me planning for okay, there's definitely going to be a safety car. Everybody's going to box. If I stay on my hards, I can stay out and then obviously gain track position. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It is a weird decision, but we'll see. It's wouldn't
Yeah.
be unheard of. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. 10 seconds until the start of the formation lap. So we've got 2 votes now for Kyran. Where's the love for Alros, eh?
Yes,
You know, where is the love for Alros?
Alros, if you're
No
watching
one
the
is
replay,
rooting
we
for
love
the
you
underdog.
you're a good guy. Just go get him, Tiger.
Let's get this enabled. Oh, what's Rain doing? Oh, he's
Rain,
I'll
fancies
tell you
a
what,
quick
he's,
tour of the beautiful sights of Baku before the race.
Yep. That's not quite the Hamilton corner.
Close enough.
That's it. Oh, and he's disqualified himself. Oh no. Oh, the pole sitter is going to have the coldest tyres, and the game predicts a 2-stop strategy. So he believes that everyone on the softs will be pitting between lap 5 and 7, I saw. Seems a bit
Jeff's
early to be stopping.
Jeff's definitely had his coffee this morning, let's say.
I mean, if all goes well and there's no safety car, then these softs can easily go to lap 8 and 9, and then the mediums could probably go to the end. But I guess we will see what happens. You never can tell what's going to happen around Baku.
You really
Tonight
can't,
certainly
especially
won't be any different.
under regular circumstances. You can't, but like just with the grid we have, with just the F1 2021 being the game that it is, you absolutely never know.
I mean, and what a fantastic game it is. We are so
Oh
lucky.
yeah, flawless, not a single bug at all. Cody's brilliant job.
So, while we wait for the drivers to line up on the grid, here's a quick head-to-head between Kyran and Alros.
Oh!
So, race it. Oh!
He had a crash already, Furzy. Testing the limits on the formation
He's
lap.
so lucky there's no damage. Right, let's get back to it. So, races. 10 to Kyran. Alros has raced 11, so Kyran 1 race down after missing. Points. Kyran 164, Alros 157. They've got 1 pole each. Kyran has 5 wins to Alros' 2. They have 6 podiums, and we have 2 DNFs for Kyran and 0 for Alros. That has been the key for Kyran this season. Without those DNFs, so let me just read you Kieran's record. So he's won 5 races, obviously, but when he hasn't won, it's 2 DNF, 1 DNS, 1 second, a 4th, and a 6th. So it's fair to say if Kyran doesn't win, then Alros has got a good shot at this. Let's put it that way. So then, the drivers lining up for the
second half of the grid. Yeah, the stop strategy came up for you now there. The game predicts the first stop will be around lap 5 to 8, so
yeah,
pretty early.
Changed it 5 to 8 for me there, yeah.
Rain's going to be at a severe disadvantage here. Ice cold tires.
Yeah, here we go then. Podgy Porter is in his box. And the 5 red lights are on the way. We have 4, we have 5, and we are go for the finale here in season 5. And it's a good start from Firms. He's overtaken Rain. It looks like Alros down to 11th. Where's Kyran? Kieran's up to 3rd already. He's up 1 position. No yellow flag so far. Oh, Kyran go around the outside of elite risk. Alros down in 14th. He's lost 5 places off the start. We've got a yellow flag. Your money is safe.
I will not be giving anybody any scores today.
Obviously, we didn't talk about it, but Lions did say that there's another yellow flag. If there was no yellow
that's
flag
a
that
Slinky
one,
Rhino.
he would give. Oh, what a shame. So, no £10 to everyone. Your wallet is safe. Right then, how is Alros getting down? He's down into 15th now. Has he got damage? He's up into 14th now as he overtakes Jake. And looks like Alros is in a bit of trouble, maybe being a bit conservative. He's being held up by Origin Finn by the looks of it now.
His front wing does appear to be fine, but you know those barrage boards can get damaged very easily in a track like Baku.
Yeah.
And just as he's gone through castle section there was a lot of debris on the ground, so we do have damage on some cars.
Yeah, and of course, unfortunately, this year's game, the cosmetic damage doesn't show up as much as it did previously, so you never know. Back at the front then, Kyran up in third. As it stands on lap 1, he is the champion. But at the front, we've got Rain right behind Firmsy. The front two already pulling away by 1.5 seconds on lap 1, and Rain is going for it.
Rain wants it. That slipstream down the back straight is crucial, especially I'm pretty sure he has the DRS on, it's unloading. Firmsy's still staying strong with him though. It could be, it's going to be whoever's latest on the brakes here now into the corner. Rain not giving him a lot of room, takes the position.
Yeah, it is the Rain, the last of the late breakers heading into turn 1. And Rain, of course, we know he's got the speed to win races, but he just seems to have those instances. And we've got a lot of, look at that. So that's 7 drivers in the pits. None of which is Alros. So Alros is back up into P10. He's in the points. He's only 6 cars away from Kyran. Got to make that 8 cars in the pits.
A lot of people boxing, but no safety car. I'm actually surprised. I was expecting a safety car in that opening lap, but you know, touch wood, we still are in the early stages.
Yeah, Vegeta, Finley, Origin Finn, Podgy Porter, Pro Gamer, Jake, Slinky Rider and Phantom all in the pits on lap 1. And as you said, no safety car. And as these two battle away at the front,
and Rain getting very close to the wall there. That has to be damage.
That looked like a tap. We can't see any cosmetic damage on the screen. Or is that his left front? Is that his left front end plate gone? No, he's still got it.
He might have clipped the tyres instead of the front wing. He might have just got lucky.
Oh, I tell you what, that was a bump and a half though. It's not something you want to be doing around the streets of Baku.
Of course not.
It looks like Firmsy getting out of shape there. But no DRS just yet, so it's going to be down to slipstream once again. As the front three separated by less than a second. Elite Risk hanging on, he's only a half second behind Kyran. Pack Bussy 7/10, and then we've got 2.5 seconds to Mr. Owen. Right then, can Rain defend? Don't need to just yet, Firms are not going for it. But this is where we should get the first stab of DRS.
And they're top 5 very close to each other. DRS is going to be crucial here.
It is. Could this be the start of the DRS train? Or will Rain reign supreme and get past? Firmsy goes early. And Rain looks like that straight line speed is coming in clutch. We mentioned in the qualifying.
Rain getting very, very dicey near those corners. He's taking a lot of curb. He's getting very close to the walls. More close than you'd want to or need to. But I don't know. Yeah, I think he might have damage just the way he's coming around these corners now.
Yeah. He's probably hoping he can get to the first pit stop. But, was that Elite Risk? Is he in? Did he save it? Just about. Oh, and there goes like. Oh, and there goes the wing. Oh no, Elite Risk.
Elite Risk coming to a stop in the castle section.
They try going side by side into the castle, and unfortunately, 2 into 1 doesn't go. And Elite Risk falling down the field. That is going to be a pit stop. He is going to. Oh, look at the turning. He's probably going to come out in last position now. He'll be
Firmsy hot on the heels of HSO Gray, and Kyran not too far behind either.
Yeah. Oh, Elite Risk DNF'd. What happened there?
I'd say that's a very common place to DNF, especially like if you crash in castle section, you take damage, you come at that corner still at the regular speed and you forget and you just hit the wall.
That's a shame. Back at the front then. Rain is able to keep... Look at that. So even with DRS, Rain is able to keep the Firmsy and Kyran behind.
He's not burning too much DRS as well. He's keeping it in check.
He is. Looks like Firms is a bit closer this time though. He goes to the inside and he
Rain gives him the room. He's trying to outbrake him.
It's all getting close here. And Kyran's sitting there in third place. I don't think he really wants to get involved, but a win is a win at the end of the day.
I think as Kyran, I'd let the whatever is happening up front, just let that unfold and then wait for your opportunity. I think Baku is a track you have to be patient with. You don't force any overtakes or try to send it down the outside too hard.
Yeah. His championship rival down there in 8th position, so Kyran still has his own destiny in his hands as it stands. And I'm a poet and I just don't know it. So here we go then. Dear me, what is this tonight? When they get all out. Oh dear me. Right then.
Firmsy starting to pull away from Rain a bit.
He has. I wonder if that's Rain's. If that is his car damage. I wonder if that is just a little bit of that coming into play. But of course, he will now get the DRS. How close can he get?
It's looking close. He doesn't have the DRS toggled quite yet. I think he is saving it for a second attack. Firmsy jumping out of the way.
Oh, he's going into
very
the
late
pits.
dive into the pits.
It was. So we'll stay on board with Rain to see if he does actually have damage. And does he get a wing change? Because lap 5 is pretty early for a one-stop anyway. And no wing. So no car damage then for Rain, which is a bit of a surprise. But because you'd think the sauce would still be hanging on at this moment. But Alros is in the pits as well. Alros going for early pit.
Oh,
maybe unless they think the undercut can work. But that is and that's Pack Bussy out.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And it's a safety car. That's a perfect pit for Alros. That's a perfect pit.
I don't know, because the people in front are going to get a free pit stop now.
But Alros already got his pit in.
I think that's the worst time for Alros. Oh, and that's perfect timing for Kyran. It's all coming up chance for Kyran tonight, isn't it?
What tire do we have Alros on? I forgot to check the mediums, of course. Well, there we have it, a safety car. It was only a matter of time, to be honest, but
yeah. 5 laps in, and we have our first safety car. See now there's been one safety car. You know there's going to be at least 7.
Oh yeah, now because everybody's going to get grouped back up together, they're going to be eager to get off the start on a very quick.
I'll tell you what though, if you're going to go for a bold strategy, I'll tell you what, if you're either one of the front 3 of Firmsy, Kyran or Owen, you slap the soft tyre on again, you know. That would give you the boost of this. It is a big gamble, but I don't know if the mediums could go to the end from here. I think from lap 10, I think you'd be alright, but right now, it'll be a big arm.
See now, Firmsy and Kyran both going into the pits.
And Firmsy looks like mediums, and Kyran is also going for the mediums.
Not feeling lucky today.
Playing it safe. What about Owen then? What does Owen put on?
Look, the hards, is it? Oh, it's the hards.
It is the hard serve for Owen. The hards have done him well recently. He usually does well. So that will be, I imagine that's Owen thinking that he's going to go to the end of the Grand Prix. And look at that. He's come out. Alros still in 10th position. Probably keeping to that delta. So in 8th. So he hasn't lost and he hasn't gained any. So still in 8th position. Well, technically I guess he lost 1 place because he didn't inherit the position from Pack Bussy. So not all doom and gloom. And Joel is now your leader, who didn't stop. Joel, of course, who won last week, didn't he? I mean, were you here last week?
I wasn't. I believe it was Jake and Kyran.
Oh, it was Kyran, wasn't it? Of course. So Joel took his first victory in Tier 1 last week in a very entertaining race. It was Spain, wasn't it? I believe. It was very good Grand Prix to watch.
Spain actually. Do you know what? I was driving in that and I DNF'd. I was driving the Haas for Vegito, I believe, and I lost the position on the pit straight, and as eager to get it back, I got way too greedy on the curb and I found myself in the wall.
Excellent stuff. I don't like Spain. I don't like that uphill left-right chicane.
It's very tough to like it.
There. And it looks like Gorniak has overtaken Jelly under the safety car, but Gorniak's up into 5th. Is that a bit of lag going on there, or what's...
I think it might have just been some hard... no, Gorniak passes Owen.
That's odd, because I swear Gorniak was 7th a second ago. But
do you know what? There has been a few... I think it wasn't last week, or it could have been last week, or in my last race before that, where it was a safety car and it was just completely normal. We were all staying behind each other, and I got told to give my position back to somebody, and I was like, I haven't overtaken them, nor have they overtaken me. So I think that might just be a mistake on the game's part.
Are you trying to tell me that without even trying to fix anything, a new bug just suddenly appeared in the F1 game?
No, that has happened. It's not the first. It's not the first time it's happened. It's the first time it's happened to me in a
okay.
quote unquote serious race. But it will just suddenly pop up. It's like, oh, illegal overtake. Give the position back. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Why? Cody's, please.
Very, very odd indeed. So then, no one in the field is on soft tyres. Everyone is on either mediums or the hards. The first runner on hards is Owen. So he's one to watch out for if he's going to go to the end.
Important one to notice as well, Alros behind F1 Jelly on the hards that are 6 laps old, and Alros on the fresh mediums. I think that's going to be a very easy overtake for him on the start.
Yep, we did mention, didn't we, in qualifying about Jelly and starting on those hards. It's paying off so far.
We did, yeah, actually, yeah, he is open to that, he is gaining positions from it, but it's, I think this is where it comes into effect now, how far it will take him, that particular strategy.
So we're on lap 7 now. The cars are bunched up, so you imagine this will be the lap the safety car comes in. Of course, we usually find out at the end of Sector 2. Now, of course, with Baku having that massive long straight, you imagine that Joel will wait until the last possible second to put the throttle down. As Owen has just got back past Kegorniak. So,
interesting.
No, the game's on to swap him back again, so something's going on. Oh no, the back two have had a little collision. Phantom and Slinky Rhino. What's
There's
going
actually,
on there?
you're after remind me of a clip I saw on the internet a few days ago. It was a clip of Baku, and I don't know how this happened, but it was the safety car managed to crash on the castle section. It's such an F1 2021 thing to happen. But I couldn't, like, how does that, like, surely it's on a rail of some sort, just speaking in game design techniques.
So, it looks like the safety car is staying out then, but in all that, somehow Origin Finn has managed to go to the back of the grid, so I imagine he's got no wing. So he's
well, that would do it to you.
Maybe that's what happened between Phantom and Sneaky Rhino there. Maybe they just saw Origin Finn crash and couldn't put the brakes on in time. But I guess with the safety car being out, that does give Origin Finn a free pit stop to fix that. Over here, let's have a quick look at the fastest lap. Currently held by Kyran, so 42.6. That is not what Alros would want to be hearing or seeing right now. And there's
really not. No, it's
the
not.
hards.
Not ideal for
The hards
Alros, but he's not in the worst position either.
No. So, lap 8 then. The safety car on its third and final lap, hopefully. Once
Hopefully
catches up to the pack. I don't think I've seen it ever stay out more than 3 laps, unless it's been a glitch.
I think it can get extended sometimes if there is another instant while it's out. I'm not sure if that's. Don't quote me on that, but I have. I mean, I can't say I've seen it happen, but I can recall some races I've been in where it's been an absolute mess, and the safety car has stayed out for extended periods, just because somebody's crashed on their safety car.
Okay. What's happened
again?
here?
I think it's just that castle section where it gets very narrow. I think they're just trying to be hard on the brakes.
So odd. Right then. So, here we are, coming up to the end of Sector 2. In 2 corners time, we will find out if the safety car is coming on or not. Origin Finn has caught back up again. The good thing for Origin Finn, of course, is that because he's had that racing lap, his tyres will likely be the warmest out of the whole grid. So watch out for him. There we go. Safety car is in then. So we'll ride on board with Joel as he becomes a safety car.
Very, very close. Firmsy's going to be looking for like that hard left-hander. Perfect for an inside dive, especially on a safety car restart.
Yep.
Joel really backing them up.
Yeah, I think everyone knows on a track like this, it is going to be the last possible second to go.
Kieran's looking in. Kieran's already looking to the outside.
Oh, and Joel's gone.
Joel's gone. That is a perfect start from Joel.
It is. He's caught them sleeping, and if anything, it looks like Kyran is the one that's going to be making a move into turn 1.
Oh, can he try the switchback? Not quite. Might have him on this next straight. Once we get a bit let's turn on the ERS. He does.
Oh, here comes Kyran.
Firmsy do a whole lot, not really. Gives him the space.
Turn 3. Kyran just managed to slide by. Advantage Kyran again then.
Very close to Joel as well. I think we might have Joel in this lap as well.
That is a good bet there. How long can Joel hold him off? Kyran is looking very racy behind that Red Bull.
He does not want to waste any time.
Alros still there in 8th position, sitting behind Jelly. He was unable to make an early move.
Kyran is hot on the heels of Joel. He is rapid behind him. Yes, under 3 tenths, I don't think Joel can do a whole lot in this back sector, especially with the slipstream. And Kyran almost has a full battery.
Yeah. Right, and here we go then. We come to the end of lap 9. Joel is currently leading. Will Kyran be leading? Finally, the end of the lap.
ERS is on.
Look at that, all these cars.
Joel trying to break the toe, doing as much defending as he can. Wheel to wheel. It looks like he has the room. Joel not wanting to get too aggressive. But he's not out of the... Kyran isn't out of the woods just yet. Joel is right alongside him.
Yeah, he's not giving up, is he? He knows that Kyran's got more to lose than he does.
Firmsy also in this battle as well.
No GRS just yet, of course.
Firmsy's looking for on the inside of Joel. He takes it just about from Joel. Joel gives enough room. HSO Rain also passing Joel.
Yeah, Joel. Oh no, there's been contact. Oh, what a shame.
Tough look from Joel. Alros up into P6 now.
As Podgy Porter's retired.
And another safety here.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, I was about to say Phantom's out the back there and he's pitted. And that's almost perfect timing for him, of course. So Kyran is now your race leader. It's going to be tough from Alros. Alros now up into 6th now. So he's gained 2 places. It looks like Jelly's lost a few places. So Alros up into 6th, so it's not over yet.
That being said, though, he does have a lot of tough competition. HSO Rain and Firmsy are not going to make it easy for him to pass.
No. No.
That was a spectacular restart from Kyran. Just not wasting any time, hot on the heels of Joel, hitting every apex, pulling perfect laps.
It was a very good opening lap there. Kyran showing what kind of a World Championship drive is. Aiming to be a 2-time 7GR champion, of course. Look at Philly up there in 5th place, representing the Tier 2.
Philly's a spectacular driver. I was racing him. The only car-to-car race I had with him was my debut race in Monza, and there was I can't even express how much I couldn't do. He was just every corner. He was just 10 times better than me. It was just his overtaking craft was brilliant as well. He's a spectacular driver.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him next season. Oh, and Phantom, is he going to the pits again? And he's got into the 5-second penalty.
Want to get out of the pits a bit too, or want to get into the pits a bit too early there.
Oh dear. As he serves his other 5-second penalty. Oh dear, not a good race for Phantom. Phantom, of course, usually at the top end. So a bit of a nightmare last race of the season for Phantom.
Pro gamer a decent bit behind F1 Jelly, so might wanna. Oh, he's caught up already. Just speak the devil.
To say Jelly's pitted and he's the only guy in the field with the soft tyres on, so watch out for Jelly at the start. Especially all those hard runs in front of him. He could be making moves.
Alros as well on the fresh mediums, only lost a place from it. He's got 3 runners on hards in front of him, so he's looking for a strong. Ooh.
Oh, the car's bunching out. What's going on here? There's chaos going at the back of the field here. And what's happened? Because Alros has gone down to 10th.
What
has happened there? What is going on? This is.
Oh, I don't even know what happened there.
It's very odd. Just all of a sudden looked at my screen and all the cars were suddenly bunching up. But it looks like Joel and Slinky right now are in need of a new nose. How odd. Well, I was going to say that was a good move from Alros, because he was in 9th, wasn't he, I think, when you said that, or 8th? And Alros will be going to the end of the race now, and you'd think that Kyran would have to pit again.
He would, yeah, 5-lap old mediums. A bit surprised he didn't pit on the safety car, but he will have to. It's a tough situation. Like, logically, he would have to pit, but he might get desperate. Could you push those the 14 last laps? But
I think if there's one more safety car after this, I think there's every possibility that Kyran could take those tyres to the end. But as we said, the old tyres around here, they're not going to do you very well because of lap time or downforce and trying to keep out the wall. Look at Joel down there in 16th place now. He's gone from 1st to 16th in the space of a couple of laps. Obviously, something happened under the safety car there.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal for him. He did lose a few positions on the first safety car restart. It was kind of downhill from there. But for Alros, I still think he's in the best position he can be in. Given the cars ahead of him are on the hards, 2 of them are on old hards. He hasn't lost too many positions, so it's still. If I was Alros, I'd still be fairly optimistic. It's still a decent race position.
I agree. He's definitely put himself in a best possible position to attack, get more points, to move himself up the order. And the safety car is coming in.
Kyran is looking very, very strong out front. He's making little to no mistakes.
Yeah, he's the favourite for a reason. He is your reigning champion. Again, as I've said, trying to become a 2-time champion. He has looked faultless today. And he is currently leading the pack. How soon will Kyran go? Looks like he hasn't gone as early as Joel. Safety car hasn't come into the pit yet, so it looks like Joel is going to wait until the last possible second. The cars are bunching up.
He's creating a nice pack there. And he going to send it. He's still.
There he goes. Oh, he's caught them napping. He's done it. And it looks like Rain is just about to get firmly into turn 1. Oh, look at that. That was a great start from Kyran.
Alros into P8 already.
Look at that. And it's far on board of Alros for a quit then. As he
And
chases
it
down
looks like
Orange
he's
and
about to
Finn.
take P7. Does he
Does
have the room? I don't think he can go for a lunge. Not quite.
No.
Oh,
there's a
contact,
Ferrari ahead
Finn
of him.
spins!
Oh, no!
Alros gets damage!
Oh no! And that,
No! It was all
that
looking
is
so
the
well.
worst. And that is quite possibly the worst thing that could have happened to Alros.
That might be all she wrote for this one.
What a shame. Caught up in the accident ahead of him, nowhere to go. And what's even worse is he hasn't got a fresh set of mediums to go to the end.
No.
He's
And he
gonna
didn't
have
even
to
get a
put on
safety
those-
car off that incident either.
No, he's going to have to put the hards on, or he's going to have to risk it and put a set of softs on. But what a
That
shame
is
for Alros.
heartbreaking.
And we won't say it's championship over just yet. But
Can't call it until the final whistle, so to speak.
no,
But
as look at that, Kyran has had a mega first lap. He's already 2 seconds ahead of Firmsy.
that's
Kyran.
spectacular. That just speaks volumes of Kieran's skill as a driver. Just that perfect restart, catching the people behind him, pretty much sleeping, and then just chaining those opening corners together just to create that perfect gap.
Yeah, I tell you what, if this was the Champions League final, they would be etching the name of Kyran onto that trophy. But the fat lady isn't quite singing just yet.
There is
Warming the vocals up.
she is warming the throat up a bit. There is a bit of a
Yeah.
humming. She is humming a bit, you know.
Yeah, she's warming the tones up, but not yet. As Alros is now making his way into the pits. Let's see what tyre he goes for. Is the
Going for the
hards.
hards.
The hards to the end of the race. It's the only thing he could do really, because the softs won't go to the end from here. I think Alros basically now has to pray for a safety car with about 10 laps to go. That way he can put a... he hasn't got any fresh softs either, has he?
No, I
He's
don't
got
think he
his softs
has.
in qualifying. So, such a shame for Alros. But, look at the speed Kyran took through the castle section there. I'll tell you what, that was mesmerising trying to watch that.
Oh, you'd have sweaty palms going through half the speed there, so...
And something we've missed. Rain has gone down to 15th position. So
I think that
to
was
Rain.
a result of the collision. It might have been just because there was a bit of a build-up towards the front. I forget who collided with him, but there was somebody else there.
Alros would hit one of the Ferraris that were sideways. I think the Ferrari was going up the inside. I think it might have been Vegeta. It might have been Finn and Vegeta, and then they bang wheels. The Ferrari spun round, and Alros was unfortunately a casualty. As Firmsy sets the fastest lap of the race.
He is starting to push. He is closing that gap a nice bit. So Kyran, I wouldn't say can relax just yet.
Yeah, he's pulled that gap down by 0.3 of a second. And they're dropping Owen, who is now 4 seconds behind Firmsy, and Owen is now being hunted down by Finley. Can Finley make use of the DRS? Not quite, as looks like Jelly has overtaken Vegeta into turn 3. So up into P6 for Jelly then, who it'll be interesting to see if he can go to the end. His tyres will be screaming, but yeah.
Might be looking at a DRS train from Owen all the way back down towards Joe, or towards Jelly even. Very, very close.
And look at that, Owen gets a time penalty.
Unlucky.
That's a lovely, that was a lovely camera angle. Have some more of that, please.
Owen's losing, gets a bit slippy on the back end, coming out of the castle section.
And Pro Gamer all over the back of Finley as well.
Gonna try the inside, he was looking for a second, but a bit too risky for a corner.
It is possible to overtake in that corner, but the other driver has got to be very cooperative. The main overtaking corners here are turn 1 and 3. But of course, if you are adventurous, you can overtake in 2, 4, 5, 7, 15 and 16.
Pro Gamer getting way too aggressive there on Finley. I think Finley might have been a bit too slow through that section. I think Gamer is after picking up a bit of damage after he looks like he rear-ended Finley there. Not quite sure what happened, but it looked like Pro Gamer's speed was much faster than Finley's, and he went into the back of him.
Look at that, without DRS, Finley has lost 2 places, 1 to Jelly and up to Pro Gamer. So Jelly up to P5 then. As Pro Gamer's got DRS as well. As Reigns at the fastest lap, down there in 14th. Alros still down there in... Alros looks like he's pitted again. On my screen it says he's got 0 laps. He must have pitted again.
Oh yeah.
He's 27 seconds behind Slinky Rhino.
God, I hope he didn't pick up damage again. That would be more... That's just heartbreaking. More than heartbreaking, considering what already happened.
Yeah.
But just from watching it on board, it's just one of the Ferraris crashing. Just like probably like a millisecond after Alros hit him, he ghosted. So if that came a fraction of a second sooner, who knows, you know?
All the cars really bunched up there. All of them. From 4th down to 9th, all within a second of each other. I haven't seen much of Jake today. And his Mercedes currently chasing down Joel.
We have a nice few overtakes here coming into this back straight, especially with the DRS and the slipstream.
Yeah. First up will be Pro Gamer on Owen.
Again on that corner, the 2 cars just not matching speed and going into the back of each other. That is a very dangerous corner.
Yeah. Oh. See, now Cody's giving me the crap camera angles. No overtakes in turn 1 as it stands. The DRS train is starting. Look at that, Owens 6.6 seconds now behind Firmsy. The gap staying 1.7.
Firmsy is trying to get stay on the back of Kyran, but Kyran making it very difficult. But he is slowly chipping away at that gap.
There we go, and Jake up into P8, and we're taking Jolt. Oh, and Phantom's lost it.
Is that going to be a safety car? Yeah, another safety car.
It is. The prayers have been answered for Alros. So 9 laps to go. If you're Alros, you've got to be pitting and putting a set of fresh softs on, or even a set of
has the fresh
old softs.
Do you stay on the hards only 2 laps old? Because Kyran has to
be honest, he's already 15th Alros, so he can't stay on those hards, especially as you imagine Kyran probably knows what Alros is. So all you need to do is finish ahead.
The field is so close at the moment prior to the safety car. So it's a tough situation. Me personally, I think I'd stay on the hards.
Yeah. So Alros does. I mean, to be honest, if Alros does pits, he'll only lose a place to Slinky Rhino.
Yeah, so it's not too much of a...
Yep, there we go. Kyran does pit. Both the leaders. I imagine Owen will stay out on the hards. No, he's coming in as well. It looks like they're all coming in. Pro Gamer, even Jelly. Yep, they're all coming in. Anyone staying out? Vegeta's staying out.
Kyran starts to drop down the field a bit. This is where it's...
Matt Veg staying out as well. Everyone pitting. So Kyran has gone for fresh mediums, Firmsy mediums. I mean, everyone's going for mediums by the looks of it. Pro Gamers, an old set of mediums.
I'm on board with Kyran there for a sec. I think he forgot that there was a safety car because he just tried to send it down the inside of Matt there for a second, and he pulled back last second.
That's certainly not what you wanted to end the championship fight like that. So there we go. Alros is in the pits. He's taken the plunge. Surely a set of old scrub set. Yep, there you go. Scrub set of softs going on. They are they're going to be 2 laps old, 3 laps old. So he aborted that last lap, didn't he?
I'd say you're at 2 laps max probably.
Let's have a look. Win the game. Well, it says 0 laps.
It does say 0 laps, but does that take into account the qualifying laps on them? So no, sometimes you can discard that.
I wonder. It should do, but knowing Codemasters, that's probably an oversight. Um, but either way, then we now have Vegeta up into the lead. Obviously, risking it for that chocolate biscuit.
11 lap old hair tires. Surely he's not hanging on to that P1 for a while.
Yeah, Vegeta already with 2 wins for his name, and I can't remember. Was it? There was a race we stayed out on the hards. I can't remember what race it was now. I think we were together, and he was getting chased down by someone.
It was China, wasn't it? Where
Was it
stayed on
China?
the hard.
Yes, that's correct.
Vegeta took him on like the second last corner.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Oh, and Gorniak's had a bit of a incident under the safety car. So then, I'll tell you what, impressive. Only 4 DNFs so far, which I know we're in Tier 1 and we are the elite of the elite, but it's very easy to lose a wheel around here.
It's a tough track, especially the middle sector. A lot of like very tight and close corners. So only 4 DNFs. That really isn't terrible.
It's very good so far, to be honest. By now, I think in Tier 2 we'll probably have half the field gone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look, and Joel's pitting as well. So that looks like that's another free position for Alros. So Alros up into 14th, back where he was before the pit stop. So Joel, he's also got a set of softs on as well. So we now have 5 drivers ending the race on softs, as long as there's no more shenanigans.
Now, just for Alros' sake, he does have HSL or Rain ahead of him, and he's a very strong driver, so it's going to be tough just to get past him initially, let alone the rest of the cars, but it's tough. He does have the laps, I believe, and he does have fresh tyres, so I think I don't think he's out of contention just yet.
Yep. So looking at the grid, Jelly is currently the person with the most overtakes today. He's on. Well, he's gained 10 positions, I should say. After we say the questionable decision to start on the hards, but it served him well so far. He's up there in 8th position for a strong result. Firmsy, of course, the one we said to look out for after last week. He's currently riding in 4th, down 2 positions from his second spot on the grid. The big loser at the moment is Rain, who is down 11 after his scorching pole lap. Will the safety car be coming in? The pack is bunched up. Will we get 7 laps of racing? We will find out at the next corner.
I'm interested to see what Vegeta can do here to stop Matt and Kyran behind him. I don't think he can do a whole lot 12 lap old hards. But Kyran's in prime position here as well, because Matt's on some old mediums as well, so I think Kyran might be back into position quite soon.
Yep, so the safety car is coming in. Vegeta trying hard to warm those tyres up. It's really hard.
See what Vegeta's strategy for restart is here now.
Yeah. Is Vegeta gonna go? He's revving that engine as hard as he can. Oh, and there we go.
And he's gone.
Oh, not quite as good as the previous 2. Matt Veg and Kyran right on his
Kyran
backside.
with the ERS already.
Oh, and look at Owen diving into turn 1. It looks like Firms just taking some damage onto the back of Kyran. To turn 2 we go.
Somehow managed to stay ahead. Owen getting very aggressive on Kyran.
Yeah, Alros down there. He's up into 13th position. He's overtaking Kyran yet. Right then, as you were then.
Oh, Kyran's gone!
Oh, Kyran's gone! He's lost his wing! Oh my goodness, it's happening!
It's happening! Oh my god, and he's caught up again!
And Alros, he won't have seen that yet, but when he does, those spirits will be lifted.
He's going to be braking his accelerator.
We've got 6 laps remaining of this final race of the season
Oh
here in
my
70R.
God. You can't ride it.
Alros in 11th. That is going to take Kyran down into last position. He will likely put the softs on. And so, if the gap's 7 points, where does... Alros needs 8 points, so where does he need to finish?
Yeah, he needs to stay out of trouble first. He's getting very close to K. Gorniak. But he's going to have to just... Kyran might be out of the equation, but he's still going to have to go on a very strong charge here.
Yeah.
And there's a... Oh, Fitzy has hit the wall as well.
Into the wall as well.
It's all coming up Alros at the moment. And it's another safety car. That's a free pit stop.
And that has saved... I'll tell you what, that has saved the bacon of Kyran. It will bunch the field up.
What are we watching?
Wow. A lot of debris on the track. But Fitzy, I believe, lost his nose and all that. Trying to get past Kyran. Oh, and I'll tell you at the front, Vegeta managed to keep the lead. And there we go, Firmsy's pitting, Kyran is in the pits, Fitzy's in the pits. So Alros is currently P7, and he is now the first of the runners on those soft tyres. And if
Alros has to be cradling his tyres right now.
Yeah, mate. This, this is made things super interesting.
You couldn't make it up.
Kyran is now 13th, but he's behind everyone. Everyone else has got fresh softs along with him. He's got Origin, Finn, and Firmsy and Finley to get past before even considering getting into the points.
We've seen Kyran's skill around this track. Arguably on paper, I would say Kyran is better at Baku than Alros. So I'd say Kieran's definitely going to be on the charge right behind Alros.
Yep. So if Kyran stays out the points, then Alros needs 6th. So he needs 1 place. But of course, Kyran then does have to stay outside the pits. And this is Baku. Anything can happen.
I think that statement could be more true from what we've seen. Anything can happen. And that 1 position is looking perfect. Ooh. You have Slinky Rhino ahead on some old mediums. You what,
Kyran has just got a free position because Firmsy has spun it in the castle section.
Ooh.
Oh. So Kyran now up into 12th.
Origin, Finn, Finley, and Joel. He's got a nice bit of competition in between him and Alros. But Alros has a lot of runners ahead of him on some old mediums. He's definitely going to have an advantage here, and especially Vegeta on those 14 old lap hards. That's not going to be no issue for him when he gets to him as well.
No, this is definitely the finale we wanted. It was looking like it was Kyran's to lose, and then it's flipped on its head. And right now, it's anybody's guess as to who will be taking the championship trophy home tonight. I imagine the safety car will be out for 1 more lap, and then we'll get 4 laps of racing at the end. A 4-lap shootout to decide Season 5 championship of Tier 1. And Alros is up into... Yep, so he's up into 7th at the moment.
I think there was a bit of lag there. I think Gorniak shot past a few people. What happened on my screen anyway, so...
I was going to say, the order somebody flicked, and I was like, what happened?
Cody's making sure we're staying entertained under safety car still.
What does Alros do? How aggressive does he go?
It's a tough situation because I think what happened to Kyran shows how fragile this race is. So he has to push, but he also has to be very, very careful.
Yeah. See, if Alros gets up into 10th, then Kyran needs 8th, I believe. If my maths is correct. So it's still anybody's.
Oh, this is too tense, man. I am on the edge of my seat. I don't know about you, but I am about to fall off my chair right now.
I am. Do you know what? I'm on my sofa. I think I am holding on. I am holding on for dear life. But, we shouldn't probably just ignore the count on those two. As Vegeta managed to keep the lead, of course. He's now on 15 old hard tyres, so they won't be very friendly to him. Owen has made up a place. He's up into P2 now. So in terms of a race win, the smart money right now is on Owen. He's on the fresh mediums.
He should, but he does have a time penalty. I think it is a 3
course.
second if I'm not mistaken. Where are we here? What's it showing me? I'm looking at gap. Yeah, he does have a 3 second time penalty. So
3 seconds.
Pro gamer or Matt, I'd reckon. Well, I mean, Vegeta could do it on the hards. He did keep. He was doing a good job at defending on the other safety car restart. So.
Yep. Well, here we go then. The safety car is in.
All or nothing now.
Yeah, all or nothing. It's all on the line. The butterflies are in the stomachs of the drivers.
Alros playing for all the marbles here.
And how early will Vegeta go this time? Last time he didn't really get a great start. He didn't really come under attack. Right then.
Pack getting backed up right towards Alros.
Owen getting very close. And there he goes. A late one. Owen's still behind. Looks like we're okay into turn 1. But
Alros is looking for the P6 early. Slinky's just holding on.
He is just indeed. Kyran in 12th still. Just as you were, everyone's still lying still. We've got over the yellow flag in sector 1 as Firmsy is had another off with Jelly by the looks of it.
Jake spun.
Get caught. Oh! Alros up into 6th. The Mercedes was spinning.
This is exactly what he needs.
At this time, the car did ghost.
Is that Glock? Is that Glock going slow?
Oh dear me. So as it stands, Alros he's in the... Oh, I can't get my words out. He's
in P6. Kyran is right on the back of Gorniak and the rest of the pack as well, so Kyran is not out of the equation just yet.
No, he's one place outside the points. If Kyran gets 10th, then Kyran is back in the lead of the championship. Kyran just 2 tenths behind Gorniak. Alros only less than, well, he's about half a second behind Slinky Rhino.
Slinky Rhino has a time penalty and he's on old mediums. It's going to be tough to defend that Alros here coming into the back straight.
Yeah, Alros saving his ERS as well, so he's got plenty to play with on this back straight. Right, Kyran, he is behind Gorniak, sorry. They're all very close together. Kieran's got to watch his nose again. He can't afford to lose like he did last time. Let's look at these cars.
Gorniak going for Finn, but also Kyran going for it as well. Are we going to go 3 wide into the corner? Not quite, but it's going to be. Gorniak might just stay ahead. Origin Finn trying the inside.
Oh, with that, Kyran is up into P10. So advantage Kyran.
Alros still not quite past Slinky Rhino, but he does have the penalty.
He's fallen a second behind Alros. Has he got damage?
He is actually. He is starting to lose.
You know, he's gone fresh.
I know he's catching it back up now, but it's tough to tell.
It is tough to tell.
It's so you can't tell anything.
Alros just needs that 5th, and the championship's his again.
Well, right now he is in provisional P5 because by the checker flag, Slinky will be behind him with the penalty.
Yep. Ooh, an Origin Finn taps the back of Kyran going into the corner just before the castle, and I don't think Kyran would have appreciated that too much as he is in this train at the moment. He knows what he's got to do. Alros, for a second.
Alros still dropping back a bit.
He is.
And just he's missed up ahead. Owen has taken the G from the lead.
He has, in all that kerfuffle. Owen is your race leader, and he's a second and a half ahead already. So
I think Alros might have damage, just the gap.
And
surely
up
Alros
into
has
P9.
damage.
So the advantage is definitely in Kyran, but he is going to come under attack from Gorniak again. No DRS just yet. There will be now.
Burning all that ERS that he has. He's too far back for a lunge, I think.
Yeah. Does look like Alros does have damage. He's 1.4 behind Slinky Rhino now. With 2 laps remaining. What can Alros do? If he can get that 5th place, That puts him on 10 points, and Kyran is currently on 2 points. So as it stands, Alros has the 8 points he needs to clinch the championship. We've got 1.5 laps remaining.
Gorniak is still right on the back of Kyran as well. It's very close around where Kyran is playing.
Kyran's got to be very careful. You can see 7th place right in front of him, but equally he's got a 12th right behind him.
He's dying to get past Finley, but it's so close. You have to be very, very careful with the overtakes.
Yeah. And right now, look at that, Alros has caught up right to the back of Slinky Rhino. I think Slinky Rhino has made a mistake. And Alros can sniff the 5th position on track.
Oh, Slinky running a bit wide. He might have picked up a bit of damage in the castle section.
Perhaps Kyran's still in that sandwich, and we got a yellow flag. I believe it's at the back. Oh, and looks like someone's lost their nose.
That's Slinky Rhino. So Alros into the P5.
Oh, so Alros into P5, but that puts Kyran into P8. So, hang on.
Get out the calculator quick.
10 points against 4 points, so it's only 6 points at the moment. So Kyran is currently in the lead. Kyran's retaking the championship as he goes for P7 against Finley. He's got Joel ahead of him as well. He's going to have the DRS. Excuse me, into turn 1. They're going to go 3-1 into turn 1. Kyran playing with fire here, but he's going to go for it, or is he? Around the outside of Finley. Oh, look at that! Kyran up into P6. He's got it on track.
Finley not quite done just yet. But Kyran also right on the back of Alros. You can see that. You can see the text on the back of Alros's wing.
It's spectacular. We're on the last lap. We're on lap 26 of 26. Alros definitely must have damage. Look how much.
He has. He's lifting off way too much on the corners. He's burning every single whatever he's got left in that battery. He's burning all of it. He knows what the implications are.
Yeah, it's not over yet. We've still got the castle section to go, plus another couple of corners. But right now, Kyran is your Season 5 champion. He's right on the back of Alros now. He's clearly got damage from somewhere. Perhaps he caught Slinky Rhino in the collision. But Kyran only has 20% DRS. Alros has even less.
But he will have the DRS and the slipstream down the back straight, I believe. Oh, he's getting very close to Alros there. Very late on the
very
break.
Close.
Alros has to be sweating bullets right now.
Yep. So we come round the final couple of corners.
It might be to the line. I think we might get that photograph finish. Or maybe Kyran just has that speed advantage.
It's been an exhilarating finish, hit finale here. As Kyran overtakes Alros fittingly as they cross the line side by side. Alros takes the 5th position, Kyran 6th, but that confirms that Kyran is your Season 5 champion. What a race, you two. What a finale that was. That was absolutely, I'll tell you what, you couldn't take your eyes off that. I mean, at one point you thought, oh, Kyran in the lead, Alros was out of the points, it was all over. But then Kyran loses his wing, and then Alros had the advantage, and then Alros unable to keep the speed up. But in the end, a valiant effort from Alros. But Kyran showing what champions do and how champions drive. And of course, in amongst all that, we can't forget that Owen has won a race.
I was going to say, speaking of our championship, of course, but I believe, is that Owen's debut or his Premier victory?
I think that's his first win this season. I think it's definitely his first win with the wheel. I'm just having a look at the... so Kyran had 5 wins, Alros 2, Elite Risk 1, Joel 1, Vegeta 2. So yeah, Owen's first win of the season. Congratulations, Owen. Well done, sir. Right then, before we forget, keep trying to say Lions. Will you take us through the race order from the
Of
final
course,
race
my pleasure. So, your provisional race winner is Owen in P1 in the Williams, starting in 10th, finishing in first. Fantastic race. Matt P2, Vegeta P3 after a brilliant charge on the hards. Pro Gamer in 4th after starting 13th. Alros unlucky but finishing P5. Your Season 5 champion Kyran finishing P6. Finley P7, I'm not going to get enough time. Joel P8, Firmsy P9, Gorniak P10, Fitzy P11, Origin Finn P12, Jake P13, F1 Jelly P14, Slinky P15, HSO Rain P17. I didn't get the rest, unfortunately.
That's okay, they all DNF'd, it's fine, they don't need it. Well, what a conclusion to Season 5 in Tier 1. Once again, congratulations to Kyran, your Season 5 champion in Tier 1. He has retained the crown, and a special well done to Alros as well, who's kept the fight up all season. He's been Mr. Consistent. I'll tell you what, I didn't read this out during the race, but that is now Alros' 19th points finish in a row. The only driver this season to finish in the points every race. So a special mention to Alros, who's put up one hell of a fight. But in the end, Kyran is able to secure the title. And of course, if you enjoyed that, we have another title fight for you tomorrow, where Finley is going to be aiming to take the title in Tier 2 around Canada. So if you enjoyed tonight, make sure you click that follow button. Subscribe if you're watching on the YouTube. Join us tomorrow at 8:30 on Twitch. Any last words from you before we go, Lions?
I'm speechless. What a way to finish this Tier 1 season. Brilliant race from both Kyran and Alros, but Kyran showing why he is the champion. Even through that tough luck that he got with the quick spin, he still manages to charge in the last second and claim that championship. Nothing short of spectacular.
Yeah, didn't think I could put it better myself. And with that, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll hope to see you tomorrow. Goodbye.